99.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning to you, Lagos. Welcome to the second part of Dailies today, Wednesday. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
And I'm Jimi. Disu. Good morning.
This show is being streamed live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. If you're wondering how you can locate us on Facebook and on YouTube, just type in Nigeria Info 99.3. You would be able to see us. And you can like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and as you're watching, you can share the live stream as well to your loved ones. Let's start with Vanguard, page 5. Ibom Air Fracas, comfort begins life at Kirikiri. MBA wades in.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
By the way, you can also share with your enemies if you want to upset them. Okay, so let's... this story is a bit repetitive and nothing really new has happened. The Vanguard reports that, so one witness explained what triggered rage. The NBA condemns lifetime ban on the passenger and pledges legal support. Alleges breach of our fundamental rights and calls for independent probe. Disagrees with Ibom Air AONNCA on no-fly live ban. I think that was rather hasty. They could have waited till the end. We must learn to be patient. And I think it was what they did was rather hasty. They didn't take their time. They just took sides. Well, that's the way it goes. We're in the same industry, where we own the industry and so on and so forth. I think it was rather hasty. The NCAA puts up an argument that the Kwamwon case and Comfort's case are not the same. They are not the same, but I think that Kwamwon's case was even more grievous than the girl's own. That is my view. Peter Obi questions the due process in passenger's lifetime ban. Another writer here is selective justice is no justice at all. The Labour Party and the Senate has decided to wade in and investigate recent airline and passenger face-off. So the main story says that the lady appears to have started a new life inside the female wing of Kirikiri, as she was also ushered in at about 6:30 p.m. on Monday. It is said that when she was brought in yesterday, she was classified as a first-time offender and kept separate from other inmates. She didn't really show any emotions here, but she came with her luggage. Comfort was brought into the female prison Kirikiri with a remand order. I disclosed that the 26-year-old student was calm and did not betray any emotions and was promptly processed as a first-time offender. Now, I'm a bit worried about that. I've been on the phone with GT Ogunye early this morning. I woke him up because my mind was heavy. Because I don't get it. Okay, so something happened. There are two sides to a fight. She didn't fight herself. Because that is a fight. At the end of the day, I thought it out and I said, look, this could also be almost a case like two fighting. When you present your evidence, then assault and whatever can come in. And here she is taken to the magistrate's court and she is on remand till October 6th. And so that's why I woke GT up. I woke him up. I said, look, I'm worried about this. Because it is this lady today, it could be anybody tomorrow. And I said he should explain to me why the lady would be remanded until October. She hasn't been found guilty. If in the event that she is found guilty, the jail time or whatever it is will start from the day the pronouncement is made. And so I asked GT, what does he think? I asked him to advise me. So what he said, he will say himself tomorrow at 9 o'clock here. And other legal, I told you there's a legal side that we need to examine. I want to know why, for example, she couldn't, even if there was a charge against her, which I don't think there was. I'm not sure there was a charge. I don't see why she could not have been granted bail. How do you remand somebody till the October 6th. I want to find out. I'm not saying the magistrate is right or wrong. That is not in my position to say so. But I need this cleared up. What if it turns out she was innocent? What if it turns out, because I heard somebody was on Kofi's program this morning. At the time, usually I listen to Kofi's program. At that time, I think it was the time I was talking to GT Ogunye. And I said to myself, what kind of dispensation of justice do we have in this country that will remand her till October? It could have been me, it could have been you, it could have been anybody. So she's going to be there till apparently till October 6th. I was much more frightened. Let me read what is being said here. She was classified as a first-time offender. Is she a guilty person? Why is she classified as a first-time offender and kept separate from other inmates? Haba. She didn't really show any emotions, but she came with her luggage. The luggage means that what she had on flight is what she came with. Then, next paragraph. I'd like you to listen carefully. Since she is not a government official, and also not a well-known individual, she did not qualify as a very important person, VIP. It goes on to say, she might have been known for the fracas at the airport, but as her classification here doesn't qualify her as a VIP. Oh, my country. During her admission process handled by a senior official, she was briefed on the rules and regulations of the female prison. She was also given an option of skills available in the prison that she can learn. We have schools and training and vocational training here. Even if someone is staying here for just a week or a month, they don't remain idle in a cell. They are encouraged to learn something. This was the person who spoke to the Vanguard. I'm quoting. In the past, these opportunities were only for convicted inmates, but now we also offer them to those awaiting trial, whose numbers are far higher than the convicted population. That in itself is an indictment on the prison system. You have more people awaiting trial than convicted. As if the inmate had received any visitors since he was brought in, the source disclosed that a few people visited her yesterday. The source, however, refused to disclose the identity of the visitor, saying it is against prison rules. And so on and so forth. Well, that is, she is going to become another reason why, whether you are right or wrong, you need to be very careful in Nigeria about the things that you do. We have a warped system, very warped, that from being a passenger, and if it turns out that you are not the guilty one, you could find yourself being remanded from like the 15th of August all the way down to October. And you will go for skills acquisition. And because you are not a VIP, it is very, very sad. Learn this. Know the country that you live in. I've told you, in this country, in reality, you have no rights. Forget what is written on paper. The development in the Wasu, like the police PRO said the police are investigating the matter, and I love that. Yeah. He is walking around free while the other woman is in custody till night. Now, of the two scenarios, which do you think was more dangerous than the other? Forget that. In fact, both were dramatic anyway. Because not only Wasu would have been hit by that aircraft, I hope you realize that. Two of the staff, Sheriff, would have gone too. And like somebody said yesterday, I think it was Olumide, if it had been a jet, a Boeing 7 series, it would have been sucked in. Well, so, for me, at this stage in our lives, while some people are fighting for rights and whatever, I have no grudge with them, and I hope they succeed. The likes of Falana, we're all going to get together, talk about people's rights. Know this today, in Nigeria, you have no rights. Next story.
Before we move on to the next story, I have this comment here on the live stream on YouTube. This person says, Nigeria is not a serious country. Here in Indonesia, you will stay in police station until your investigation is complete, and it will not pass 4 months.
That's bad enough. What I know, what I feel should I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not criticizing the magistrate. It could be within the purview of what he or she is allowed by law to do. But I'm just saying that it baffles me and it frightens me that this poor girl, who is the victim in this case, has become a victim of some sort. She's the one whose private whatever has been exposed. She's the one that was dragged on the ground. Okay? She's the victim visually. When we get to the nitty-gritty, we'll sort that out. Would now languish in jail till October 6th. But like I said, I'm not criticizing the magistrate. I'm just wondering what kind of system we are operating in this country. And I repeat, it could have been you, it could have been your daughter, it could have been your wife, it could have been you, it could have been anybody. And there's something that is alleged that it hasn't been proven, because when I saw it this morning, I have to go back and study that video very, very well. I hear that it was one of the hostesses, and I'd like to be proven wrong. It was one of the hostesses who actually pulls the lady's blouse to show her whatever. But I need to study that video again. So this could have been anybody. Could have been anybody. Incidentally, that's what is being shown there.
That's what's on the TV, yes. We're going to. I mean, it's a big development. It's a huge story. It needs to be thoroughly debated. Yes, it needs to. Let's go to page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Atiku ADC condemned Tambuwal's arrests. Say EFCC now political tool.
You see that there is no solution in sight for Nigeria's problem. Tambuwal was pulled in day before yesterday because it was alleged that he cashed about 145 billion in cash. And an Atiku who says he wants to run this country is only looking at the political side. He's not looking at the fact that he shouldn't even have done anything near it. What are we talking about? Because he's in the opposition party, so what? What is he doing with the 100 and whatever billion in cash? If it is true, you see that there is no hope. He doesn't talk. He doesn't say anything about the charge. He says, "Oh, because he's not a political tool." Who provided the tool? Who provided the tool? If he hadn't gone, or even he hadn't been placed on suspicion of moving that kind of money in cash, he wouldn't have been, let's say, by the way, he's been granted bail. So you see that when I say that Nigeria needs a new beginning, it will most likely not happen in my lifetime. But I hope that one day we'll put all this nonsense behind us. Because if it is true, what are you doing with sheriffs? What are you doing with so much money in cash? I don't want to go into the question of where did you find it. I don't want to go into the question of how did you make it. How did you have access to that kind of money in the first instance? Because even Aliko, I don't think Aliko will withdraw 140-something billion in cash. Businessmen don't behave that way. So you see that there is no, and this is supposed to be the party that wants to take the APC down. So I've joined Sheriff now amongst the skeptics. Sheriff always laughs at me every time I say yes. I can see his face. Now I agree. I moved to that. It's same of same. It is same of same. Yes, there could be a political leaning to it. Yes, we know that the APC they have their own. Those who say the Rolls Royce and say, and so what? Building houses and so on and so forth. But you don't give a revolver to a thief or a person who wants to shoot you. If you give him a revolver, he'll pull the trigger. And that is the way I see as that has happened. And I'm also glad that it's happening early in the day. So you can see that the solution to your problem might not necessarily be this coalition. It's same of same. Same of same. I think Atiku should have. You don't react to everything and criticize government at every move. This one, it's too early in the morning. I can't say the proverb that goes along with it in Yoruba. It's too whatever. You just keep quiet. But it shows it's the same of same. And of course, the APC has been saying that stop media to allow APC fight its battles. ADC blast. It was ADC that was blasting EFCC. And the EFCC replied ADC. They said it was not partisan, stating that it handles all corruption cases equally, regardless of political ties. That is a statement issued by Dele Oyewale, the head of media and publicity. And he says something that I like. I find, and Sheriff will like this one too. He said, fraud is fraud, corruption is corruption. There is no secret crowd, protected interest, or partisan considering in the investigation and production of corruption. You can see why I have a nostalgic feeling about when we had military rule. They never burned the minister during Buhari Idiagbon or during Obasanjo when Obasanjo was military head of state. They never burned him. Make he say he won't drive Mercedes-Benz self, talk less of Rolls Royce. And turn around and come and say, and so what? The best way to say, and so what? You know what he's talking about. But the next story will intrigue you. Don't go away. Listen to it from the Daily Trust. Hey, Sheriff, tell them. Tell them.
This is a big story on the front page of the Daily Trust. Rivers Company builds mall on Abuja site.
So you'll be saying to yourself, what is the big deal about a company building mall on the website? First of all, let me tell you, the Daily Trust has 1, 2,
it's a big story.
3, 4 pages. 4 pages of the story. 4 pages of the story about this company. Is a company. Oh no, this is the big 4 full pages of the newspaper from front page on this particular story. What is the problem? They say a Port Harcourt-based company, Hyper City Retail Limited, is building the shopping mall on Abuja plot of land meant for a memorial in honor of construction workers and hawkers killed in a 2008 building collapse on the site. That's from the Daily Trust. They say the land located in Utako district of Abuja, the federal capital city, had its original allocation title revoked by the then minister of the FCT, Alhaji Modibo Umar, to serve as a deterrent to property developers for violating similar allocations. Situated on the road leading to Jabi Motor Park on POW Mafemi Crescent, the plot is numbered 230 something. Okay, Cadastral Road, Utako. It is now a beehive activities. Investigations revealed, are you with me, that the company building the project is Julius Berger Limited. So this is okay, that's their job.
On behalf of
behalf of the company.
Yeah.
But it is Julius Berger. It handled the project on behalf of Hyper City Retails, which has a chain of supermarkets in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. A visit to the company's website showed that Hyper City Retails has 4 branches in the Rivers State capital alone. 4 branches
in Port Harcourt.
In Port Harcourt. It tells you where you can find the 4 branches. One of them, they are located opposite Polo Club, GRA, Oluwabasanjo Way, and Ikwere Road. Findings reveal that the company was registered by the CAC in 2022. Its known address is Iguruta Road, Iguruta, Ikwere, Rivers State, while its principal business activities include retail trading, general consumer goods, and estate management agency. The directors of the company, as indicated in the Corporate Affairs Commission, include Chimda Chika Uweneda and the Lebanese Rukos Sakis Rachid. The secretary of the company is Ekpunobi Samuel Chibuzo of Okota Road, and so on and so forth. A paragraph in the story, it says, residents of Port Harcourt, the river state capital, linked Hypercity to a powerful politician from the state, but could not provide any evidence. The first shopping mall was erected in a space that was housing some shops soon after the owners were relocated. Give them something, and then that was the first. Another source said within a span of 3 years, the other 3 branches were erected. And the story goes on and on. It now goes to the what happened originally. The victims of the tragedy deserve sympathy. You know how people are saying that there's supposed to be a monument there, and so on and so forth. And you need to see the pictures on this mall. Go to the website of the Daily Trust. It will be there, and I might just put it on my blog too. Side view of the mall. Long about. This is heavy.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge. And not got to build house for him. I know that one. From the kid.
I'm seeing some comments on Facebook. Somebody mentioned the name of the politician because he said that he had wanted to work with the company. Another person confirmed.
That it came to my head, but it's not.
But we don't have.
It's not from my mouth that you. I mean, I don't want to draw any nexus, and I'm not offering any prices. but what I
the optics.
The optics are bad. They're very bad. The insinuation is quite clear. Of course, you can't mention names. You can't mention names also because it doesn't matter to the powers that be. And it is on record that a particular minister, for example, again, who was found, said, and so what? Adelabu showed his showcase his new house. Festus has been accused of, and he hasn't said anything. I haven't seen what he has said of buying some acre or whatever land in and so on and so forth. I don't think corruption is an issue. I wouldn't even have a program on corruption. It's a waste of time. Yes, I think it's a waste of time, and I don't know. Look at the story of Nigeria. The people who said, "Yes, we want to get together," corruption now, are blaming EFCC for calling the attention of Mr. Tambuwal to 140-something billion that it is alleged that he cashed. So where are we going from here? I'm telling you.
Where did that come from?
This one came from my heart. I don't know. What am I doing here? I don't know. You form a coalition, then what does somebody do with the 140-something if it is true? And this legal thing about allegedly and if it is true is getting on my nerves. But that is what the law. It is true. Look at I'll be only shaking emotionally. Look at the case of these 2 cases. One, the police issued a statement, we are investigating whatever. What was police investigation got to do with it? The second one now, she's going to be remanded in prison till October. And you want me to feel safe in this country? Sheriff, let me tell you something. If you don't know, I've thought about this thing deeply. Supposing somebody sets me up on an airline, or whatever stored me, I didn't have time to get something from my inner pocket. Then they said that I was one who misbehaved. Take me to Kirikiri and said that I'm going to be remanded until October.
You know.
And look at this story in this could bring down the government in some other countries, but nothing.
No
is gonna
doubt.
happen.
No doubt. In some other countries, this could bring.
Where
down the government.
I need the minister was I saw him on channels, a particular minister. I said, yes, and so what? My father was the general manager of many. How can you be a general manager of many companies? You can, it's touching a very, very raw nerve. The audacity of a lot of people in this country is touching a raw nerve. It's touching a very, 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 very raw nerve. It's getting to a height. It's getting to the climax. Where do people run to? Sheriff, I'm going.
Yes, well, incidentally, we're done.
We are done. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
we're done. But
Taking it. Walai.
Emma is Walai. Don't say Walai yet. Walai is
I'll
strong.
say it.
Walai is strong.
It's very, 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 very annoying. So what is it all about?
So I think, and I've said this repeatedly, that one of the reasons they keep doing these things that they do is because there are no consequences for bad behavior, and that is on their own part. There are also no consequences for bad behavior on the people's part, even if the law or if they have friends, in court, in the judiciary, in legislature, that will not hold them accountable. The people can hold them accountable if the people want to hold them accountable. And because they've not been held accountable before, that's why this has persisted and it has degenerated to this level.
Do you know that in some parts of the Western world, some companies won't take on some projects as a matter of principle?
As a matter of principle, yes.
But that's the story for another day.
Lagos, we have to go. Kofi will be back in a moment for the continuation of the Morning Crossfire. Stay with us here on Nigeria Info.
7 p.m. Don't knock, na yellow clock be that.
Yes, so better don't come as the MTN Mega Billion promo don't land and your number fit win up to 5 million naira jackpot every Monday to Friday and up to 10 million naira jackpot every Saturday.
Just dial star 900 ash to join and recharge your MTN line before 5 p.m. every day. Make you for increase your entries. The more you recharge, the more entries you go get and increase your chances of winning.
Oh yeah, recharge now once.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.